Hi guys. I thought I'd give a little bit of an update on the Ford Mustang Bullitt MOC. That's in the 8 wide format for Speed Champions. I've been working on the interior and finished that off a little bit, and hopefully I can give you a bit of a view of that. It's quite tight inside, so we'll see how that goes. And I've put together a little example of the elements that are combined in there, just to make it easier to see. And kind of one of the things that I wanted to achieve was to change the steering wheel. I really don't like these little steering wheels that come in the Speed Champion sets. I think they're kind of out of scale totally for the build. But also even out of scale for the minifigs. You know, they can't really operate it. They can't get their arms towards the steering wheel. So let's get straight to it. So this is a little steering wheel I was talking about before. Obviously you can see it's very, very small, and this is the standard thing that comes with pretty much every Speed Champion set. And as you can see, compared to the width of a minifig, it's not really really appropriate for a minifig scale. Very much out of scale. So I'm thinking that a larger wheel is going to make a big difference. And as you'll see, the wheel is much more appropriate size-wise for the minifig. Also, the minifig can actually grab hold of the wheel. The other thing which I think is critical is to have some form of gear stick, and we're going to use the antenna. And the other thing which I think is an important little piece to have is to add a handbrake. So we're going to put in our interior, we're going to put in a handbrake, a new steering wheel, and a gear stick. So here we are back to the Ford Mustang Bullitt MOC, and as I said, I've been working on the interior, and I thought I would just give you a bit of an overview. So there's lots of enthusiastic spectators for this unveiling, but let's take the roof off first. So as you can see, I've added in here 2 seats. I'll just remove this piece as well. Make it a little bit easier to see. So just a quick sneak view at the back there. There's a little back seat. In the front there is 2 bucket seats. There is a handbrake here, a gear stick, and a steering wheel. It's a little bit tall, all a bit tight to see in there, but the steering wheel's in line. You can see the steering wheel's in line with the seats. Bit of a glove box there. But to try and display the details a little bit better, I thought I'll mock up a little example and show you on that. I thought I would give you a little bit of an example of what I'm doing for interiors for Speed Champion MOCs. And on the new chassis plates, the inside is 5 studs wide. So I'm going to use that as an example. And the back is back to 6 studs wide and 6 studs wide. On the sides there are snots on the side, so I've just just for visualization, I'm just showing that this is an 8 by 5 size. So we're going to start off, we're going to put in 2 front seats and a bench seat in the back. We're going to put in the steering wheel, which is the example that I showed before. We're going to add a handbrake, and we're going to put in a gear stick. So to get started, we want to have a place for these things to go. So I'm going to put a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 tile, and a 1x1 plate. The gear stick is going to go on this 1x1 plate, and our little, I'm not sure what this piece is called, but it's quite a handy little piece. But our handbrake is going to go on there, and we're going to put a 1x1 tile on top. And we need to put in a dashboard. So for the dashboard, I'm using this high contrast colour, so blue and red mainly, and a bit of grey for contrast, so it's easy to see on the video. I've got a 3x1 brick and a 2x1 brick. I'm going to add here a 1x2 plate, a 1x1 brick, and then with a slot on the side, indented brick, I'm going to put 2 of those there. Then I'm going to add a tile with a snot on the side, and then the same as the handbrake piece, I'm not sure what it's called, but we're going to add that there. This is the shaft with the steering wheel, so we can put the steering wheel on there straight away. So we're going to add on top of this hole, we're going to add this 1x2 plate. And then we're going to add on this slope, 1x2 slope. It's a little bit fiddly, it's moving around, but unfortunately it can't be helped. We're going to add a little T-slope, a 1x2 slope, and we're going to add a 1x2 T-slope. And on these, we're going to add on these little domed or little half round tiles. We're going to add in our seats. Plenty of room. Now obviously we're simulating here because this is 5 and we're going to put in a bench seat which is going to be 4 wide. So here we're going to utilize these holes in these pieces. So 2x1 plate, rounded plate, and a round also with a hole in it. I'm going to add 2 more of these 1x2s on the back. We're going to add a 1x4 plate, and so these bottom pieces are going to go into these holes. effectively we're converting from 5 wide to 4 wide. And then we're going to take 2 of these 2x2 slopes and add those. That's the seat of the bench seat. And here we're going to add a 1x4 brick. And then I've got one of these snots on the side, 4 wide. We're going to just add that onto there. And then we're going to take 2 more of these 2x2 slopes and add those. And that's the interior of our little car. And just to give you an idea on the practicality side, we've got a couple of little minifigs here, and they can be holding the gear stick and holding the steering wheel. Put the steering wheel on first. This is the disadvantage of having it a bit wobbly, and the advantage is you can actually take the steering wheel and turn it a little bit to fit, and then turn the gear stick to fit as well. So now he's or she is holding the gear stick and steering, and there's plenty of room for a passenger. She looks happy. He doesn't look so happy. But that's the interior. And you can fit that pretty much into any of the new Speed Champs chassis. And I have something very similar inside the Mustang. As you can see, plenty of room for the minifig, and doesn't look too bad scale wise. So I hope you enjoyed that little video of the interior for the Ford Mustang, and we will see how we get on with the rest of the mods that come when the pieces come in. And yeah, enjoy, and get out there and build something. And until next time, bye.